Hello everyone, it's Sky here, and today we'll be doing another Q&A. I posted on Amino asking for a bunch of questions and you guys gave them to me, so I'll be trying to answer some of them today. So let's get right into it. If you hear some sick guitar riffs in the background, that's just my neighbour. He likes to play guitar. So enjoy that. I can't really do much to stop it, but let's get into it anyway. Okay, the first one is from Techno Hyena, and they say, "Hi Sky, knowing how much white is on your suit, how frequently do you have to wash it?" I have to wash Sky a lot. She gets pretty dirty. I usually have to wash it about every 2 wears, but that depends on what's going on and how long I wear it for and how muddy it is that day or whatever. The hand paws are beyond saving at this point. She's getting a new pair really soon when I have the time to make them. Next one is from Kamawanai, and they say, "Is there anything you wish you had known when making your first fursuit?" I wish I knew more about the different kinds of fur that were available and how easy and quick it was to order online. I used really cheap fur in my first fursuit and I do regret it. I feel like it would have been a lot high quality and I would have learnt a lot more if I used the proper luxury shag stuff. Alright. Next is from Nikita, and they ask, "What is it like to be a furry where you live?" Well, Brisbane is actually home to the biggest weekly fur meet in the world, known as Southbank Fur Meet. You can find it on Facebook if you're in the Brisbane area. We have it every Tuesday night, and the public is really accepting and they're really chill. We've only had a few people go, "Ah, furries, the sky is falling, oh my god, Armageddon is here." But besides those people which are in a minority, everybody's usually pretty chill. The pages are going everywhere. Alright. Next one is from Rick's Crackers, and they ask where I get my fur from. I get my fur from fabric.com. I've never had any issues with fabric.com. They have a nice variety of luxe shag. They may not have as big a variety of fur compared to other websites, but they have the lowest shipping to Australia, which is mainly what I'm looking for, considering shipping to Australia from the US can range from $50 to $200, and that would drive my suit prices way up, and I don't want that. Next is from Mayovka. They say, "What is a character that you would love to make as a suit in the future?" I would actually like to make my Pan-Can Mokolo, and the thing about Mokolo is he's going to have LED markings, hidden LED markings in his suit. It's going to be my first time working with LEDs properly, now that I know how to do everything, and it should be really good, and I'm excited to show you guys when that happens. The next one is from Vashon. "It's obvious many different makers have many different styles, more noticeably in the heads. What would you say is a good way to find your style? How did you find yours?" I haven't actually found mine yet. I'm getting there, but it's a matter of experimentation, and if you just keep making and doing your own thing, you should find your style no problem. Next one is from Takuno, and they ask, "How did people react when you first walked around in public in a suit? Were they scared, avoiding you, or did they play with you and stuff?" Was this when I first did it? Yeah, when I first did it, it was back in in early 2015, and I think it was my first time fursuiting as well. I don't really remember much of it, but I don't remember anything negative, so I'm assuming that it all went fine. Usually the public is pretty chill with us and they like to interact with us, so it's pretty good. It was pretty good. Next one is from Anim Zadab, and they ask, "How much is it better for you to suiting when it is cold, or do you don't mind a bit higher temperatures?" I live in Australia, so I think remember the lowest temperature I can think of is about 10 degrees Celsius. I've got the Fahrenheit somewhere here because you Yanks getting triggered by non-imperial measurements. But yeah, it doesn't really matter to me. In summer where it gets to 40 or whatever, well, obviously partial to avoid dying of heat stroke, but I honestly don't think it changes the internal temperature of the suit very much. It's still going to get up to 40 degrees anyway. So yeah. Next is from, it's your boy Zeke, and they say, "Any tips for evenly shaving fur, and how do you not get hot glue all over the fur when furring a head?" Shaving evenly is pretty easy. Don't use a blade that's really, really short. I recommend going out and buying a high quality Andis or Wild 7F or 7FC blade. It will cut like butter, and as long as you have a good clipper base and your clipper blades are sharp, you should be fine, because 7FC doesn't cut down all the way to the backing. In terms of not getting glue on your head, when I glue, I start from the nose or the up here, depending on how the suit is made, and I roll it so you can see the backing. I put glue on the backing and I roll it up. If you do it that way, you won't have much of an issue getting glue on fur, and if your fur is long anyway, just get some scissors and chop it off. You're gonna shave it down anyway. Next one is from Lavalia the Wolf, and they say, easiest part for new makers and or hardest part to make. Easiest part for new makers is the tail. It's really easy, it's just two halves of fur sewn together. It's really easy. And the hardest part to make for me is feet paws, but I just really hate making them and they take a really long time for something so small. And I much prefer to make heads and stuff, so I'm just going to call that the feet paws the hardest there. Next is from Small the Fennec Fox Bean, and they say, what is your favourite kind of fursuit to make? Suits with interesting designs. I like suits with interesting designs. Designs that inspire me and make me want to make it a reality, like a lot. I'm not really speciesist. I don't really care what species it is. If it has if I really like the design, those are the kinds of suits that I want to make. Alright, what do we got? Next one is from Ray15234. When did you join the fandom? I joined the fandom in late 2014, and yeah. Ray says, how have you found the fandom? I found the fandom through Beast Cub's work when I was looking for a Hellhound cosplay for Supernatural. I was planning on wearing it to a Comic-Con, and I found the fandom through there and generally had a look around and yeah, figured it out for myself. This one's from Howler, and he says, do you have a signature thing on your suits, like a marking or some special feature? I plan on making black tongues standard throughout all my suits, so all of you can do this. And be la 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 la. This one is from Brewback Doodles, and they say, how long does it take to make a regular fursuit tops? Compared to your first fursuit you've made to a recent, is it fast now that you know what you're doing? Any small tips beginners should know as well? Yeah, I think Sky V1 back in like early 2015 took me about 3 to 6 months. And nowadays a full suit will take me about a month, 3 weeks to a month if I'm working daily. And any small tips, please do your research. Rake and pillage all of the resources you have. I personally recommend joining the Work in Progress Zone on Telegram. It's by Matrices, just go Google it and you'll find it. If you want to get some feedback from professional makers, I know Skypro's in there, Matrices is in there, Jillor is in there, and they're lovely and helpful. So please go utilize their time and be merry. Yes. Pluto, I don't know, says, what kind of fur do you recommend? I recommend luxury shag. It's what Sky is made out of. It's what most fursuits are made out of. It's really easy to use. It's nice, shaves nicely. There's lots of colors, except the only downside is that it mats. It mats pretty quickly and it can look messy really quickly. But often this can be avoided with just regular maintenance and brushing. So brush your suit, wash your suit, keep it clean. Don't be a musky husky. Alrighty. Lime the Cat asks, how old were you when you first found the fandom and made your first suit? I was 14, I think. No, 14, 13. It was in late 2014. So I would have been 15 at the time. Yeah. Next is from Biohazard Fox, and they ask, have you ever made a plantigrade body / full suit? I have Sky V1, I've got Mina, I've got Evie, and I've got Alex. So I have made 5 plantigrade bodysuits. Yes. Winnie asks, what are some species you'd love to make into suits in the future? I'd really like to make my Pancan. I really want to make like a Tubrat, a weasel, or a ferret, pine marten, kind of the tiny rodents. They're really fun. Or I'd like to have another try at a proper dragon, maybe an eastern dragon. That could be really fun. Yes. Alright, next one is Kelsey Kitty K, and they ask, I was just wondering, what's the most annoying thing about being a fursuit maker? Dealing with stupid people. There are so many stupid people that you meet when you become a maker. Mainly people who are asking for free suits, who are underage, and then come to you, and even though you have it clearly written on your website that you don't really do minors, that they go, hey, I am 11, please make me a fursuit. You don't need one, you're 11. Go talk to your parents, ask them to pay the few $1,000s that you need to get one. And honestly, people who ask for free things and lower prices and complain about your prices make me want to die a little bit. So you need to be patient if you're a suit maker to deal with all those things. Alright, next is from Mini Manakit, and they ask, have you ever made a Manakit suit? No, I haven't, but I want to. Alright. Next is from Inkamut. So I have 2 questions. How did you learn to make suits, like the actual bodysuit? I used a bunch of different tutorials, a bunch of different advice from other makers. I just grabbed everything, shoved it all together, and used everything I learnt to create my own way of doing things. And you should too. That's what you should do. Don't necessarily steal from other people directly. It's not stealing, but don't use people's tutorials directly, because you can do better than that. Come on. Alright. And the last question they asked was, if you wanted to get Sky made into a suit by someone else, who would it be? When I was like 14, I wanted to get Sky made by Mixed Candy, but I don't know. Maybe nowadays, I think I'd either wanted to do Nuke Creations or Fur It Up. They're both very, very talented, and I really like their work. It's really nice and clean, so I think I probably want to go for them. But I'm planning on collecting a lot of suits, so yeah, that might happen in the future, let's just hope. And the last one is from Sir, who asks, can I juggle some apples? Okay, I have 3 apples. I know I can't juggle 3, so I'll start with 2. But there you go. I can juggle 2. I just can't juggle 3 because I don't have depth perception and I can't actually see my hands. And I have a massive blind spot. I'm just guessing right now. Let's try 3. It's just not gonna happen. Oh, I think I almost did it. Hold on. Oh shit, hold on. Oh gosh, I don't even know how to juggle, guys. How do I do this? My claws aren't big enough for this. Yeah, I think I did one. Close enough. There you go. Yeah. Alright. That was all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave any questions you have down in the comments. I think I'll be answering comments from YouTube rather than Fairy Amino next time. So leave them down in the comments below if you want them answered. And I will see you guys next time.